when I hear the word proactive and what that means to me is something completely different. And it goes back to what I was saying earlier about the routine things routinely. You have to drive home certain aspects that you can actually control that doesn't require a whole lot of meetings, boards, approval, steering committees, that type of thing. I think I saw in the chat a reference to business continuity, disaster recovery. All right, for me, we're actually going through an accreditation process right now, and that's one of the things that we're testing. I think it was Don mentioned it earlier. And with your third-party risk management processes in the federal system, I can't speak for it exactly to this day, but in my previous job a few years ago, I had to build the process. I understood the process, but because it's federal, we're still probably a few steps behind. And that's not a gig on the federal system. It's just heavily regulated. So everything requires a steering committee, a board meeting, something to that effect before it gets approved. That level of due diligence is what keeps us out of hot water. But the flip side of it is it actually slows us down. But to what Don was saying, I had to actually stand up a third-party risk management mechanism for us to vet vendors to see what their risk history was in terms of have they had any adverse actions against them, things like that. Why would we want to go into business with them? Why would we want to introduce whatever solution that they're trying to propose to us? Why would we want to introduce that into our environment? You know, does the cost justify the reward, so to speak? I'm probably saying that wrong, but all of those things, we have to build those things from a proactive leadership perspective in a system where the mechanism may not necessarily be mature yet. So I just wanted to bring that aspect to the conversation because it's not quite as easy sometimes as we make it out to be. So that's why we have to harp on those things that we can do proactively all the time, like test, audit, inspect, those things.